How does this make you feel? Or this? Or even this texture? If you say something to the effect of nostalgia, you wouldn't be alone. Semi-recently, there's been a massive increase of online content that references the very specific form of nostalgia that Minecraft provides. It's become a lightning rod of nostalgia, and I can see why. I've been playing Minecraft since I was maybe 7. I still remember learning what creative mode was before taking a vacation with my family. I was so intrigued by it that I snuck away to a manager's office to play it. While my family was panicking to find me, I was mostly just spawning squids on a super flat world. Even if it wasn't squid genocide, I'm sure you might have a very similar story to that immediately pops into your head when you see this Minecraft alpha footage. Maybe even multiple. But why though? Why is Minecraft so specifically poignant as a source of nostalgia? What about its game design, its music? What is it about this game that makes it so special to remember? Sorry for the upcoming science talk, but I feel it's important to provide a certain level of context. There's a neurological phenomenon called selective memory retrieval. Pretty much, positive memories are generally quicker and easier to remember than negative ones. So if there are plenty of memories associated with this game, you'll likely be remembering the best and most positively impactful times you've played because your brain is wired to make it that easy. From a psychological perspective, nostalgia is understood as a mechanism to provide a sense of personal continuity. It gives our brain a nice kind of play-by-play of each of the events and moments of our life in an easily understood series. This personal continuity is a coping mechanism that eases present stresses and unease. The world is increasingly hostile and discomforted with the status quo, and nostalgia is the comforter that we seek to ease ourselves. Smell, and applicable in this case, sound, are the most powerful triggers for nostalgia. This is why we feel the feeling we do when we hear the sound of Steve's crunchy footsteps on grass blocks, the satisfying pop of breaking a block, or, of course, the game's famous soundtrack. When these sounds run through the amygdala part of our brain, the part responsible for intense emotions, it's shown to light up when we re-experience sensations, it brings us back to the most intensely positive parts of our childhood. The gap between our current, nuanced, and occasionally depressing present and the hyper-intense positive emotions of our past, that is the bittersweet melancholy joy that these edits provide. That nostalgia gap is why we feel the way we do when we watch these. But how do these specifically tie to Minecraft? Why does it seem like other nostalgic reminders of old media don't provide the same kick? Well, there's a whole bunch of possible reasons. Most of them have to do with simplicity. Looking at Minecraft's textures, especially its early textures, it's hard to call these complicated, necessarily. The colors contrast in a childlike way. The green of the grass shines brightly, and I mean, look at how exaggerated the old lava is. This simplicity continues to the sound design. For the lack of a better term, crunchy sound of breaking a grass block today is the same as it was of over 10 years ago. This continuity that the game has maintained, its ability to remain relatively consistent, is often considered a weakness by many of its critics, but is in many ways a strength, particularly when we look at nostalgia. However, I'd argue that there's been enough of a change in its world generation, in its refined graphics and its mobs, the redesigns of classic blocks like the ores, for example. These create a sense of novelty when contrasting the experience of today and of before. Opening a 1.20 game followed by an alpha game today will feel different. Is there less to do in alpha? Yes. Does the world seem more empty, perhaps? Yes. But that difference is essential to alpha's appeal as a source of nostalgia. Let's move on to one of the most critical aspects of Minecraft nostalgia, the music. Just being personal for a second, It's really hard to listen to this song, Subwoofer Lullaby, and not tear up a bit. Even writing this while listening to it has been difficult. Objectively, it's a simple, normal song that has no tinge of sadness to it. Instead, it's a tinge of wonder, easiness, creativity, possibility, exploration. Listening to this, for me, feels like relaxing a tensed muscle. Releasing the fears and anxieties of adult life, being transported to a world where there's still so much to explore. So many more things I can build, more lives I can live. Something about listening to this, as cheesy and bullshit as it sounds, awakens this kind of wonder in life that I haven't felt in a long time. The contrast between the intensely positive memories of my past and the realities of my life now is creating that melancholy, odd, bittersweetness we are all so acquainted with in this game. It's not just the aesthetics of this game that make it a source of nostalgia. It's the fact that the game is based and marketed almost exclusively around creativity and imagination. There are mountains of studies done to compare the creativity of children and the creativity of adults. In general, it's been found that as time goes on, changing social conditions and deterioration in desire cause a decrease in creative activity. Children generally have more raw, unfiltered creativity than adults, and Minecraft unintentionally utilizes creativity to create nostalgia. This game reminds you that unfiltered feeling of wonder. Anything you can think of, you can build. Any structure or world you want to make, it can be yours. Endless World Generation also promises that there are always new areas to explore with the inherent curiosity that over years of societal conditioning we have suppressed. Minecraft has also historically been very accessible across platforms, with the Pocket Edition opening up the game to such a bulk of young players without access to a console or PC. It's also accessible just demographically. Its concept is so incredibly simple that this game can be enjoyed really by whoever. It has this widespread appeal which cements that collective nostalgia. It's a blank slate you can fill with whatever happy memories you want. It needs to be clarified that the type of nostalgia you feel can be dependent on your age and when you started playing or watching Minecraft videos. I have very fond memories of rewatching the original Minecraft trailer, the video created for the update that gave us the Iron Golem and more. But others may feel nostalgic for even earlier builds of the game, or for the release of the Ocean update, or the Village and Pillage update. Perhaps even one day children of today will look back in fondness of the easier times of the glow squid, but maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. Everything is relative, but what matters is that the design of the game invokes that nostalgic feeling no matter when you started playing. I'd be doing a disservice to not mention some of the most potent and well-remembered sources of Minecraft nostalgia. It's YouTubers. Throughout the early to mid-2010s, YouTubers such as DanTDM, Stampy, Captain Sparkles, and countless others created a style of content beloved by younger people active on YouTube throughout the 2010s. When people my age weren't able to hork over $12 from our piggy banks, in its early years, there's a good chance we were watching someone else play it, every so often being able to grab our parents' phones for an hour or so to maybe play Minecraft Lite. The extra layer of content-specific Minecraft nostalgia has birthed a subgenre that I'm not really creative enough to name, but I'll just let you experience it.
Hey everyone, Dan here from the I'm a Minecraft. Hey Treoris, me and Treoris here.
Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to Stampy's lovely world.
There's a generational solidarity we can feel when we watch these clips or play some classic Minecraft again. Just check out the comment sections for some of these videos. Its sheer popularity when Gen Z were still children made it so widespread that even before it branched to more mainstream sources like spin-offs, merch, Lego sets, We still remember the early days of that funny little game that we all got to experience together. There's a magic to this game, one hidden within its code, its designs, its music, everything. It's one of the reasons this game has thrived for so long. It's the reason it's such a bastion of nostalgia. So, I ask you one last time, how does this make you feel? Sometimes, the player believed the universe had spoken to it, through the zeros and ones, through the electricity of the world, through the scrolling words on a screen at the end of a dream. And the universe said, I love you. And the universe said, you have played the game well. And the universe said, everything you need is within you. And the universe said, you are stronger than you know. And the universe said, you are the daylight. And the universe said, you are the night. And the universe said, the darkness you fight is within you. And the universe said, the light you seek is within you. And the universe said, you are not alone. And the universe said, you are not separate from every other thing. And the universe said, you are the universe, tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code. And the universe said, I love you, because you are love. And the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream. And the player began a new dream. And the player dreamed again, dreamed better. And the player was the universe. And the player was love. You are the player. Wake up. Phew. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching through the entire video. This thing's been a bit of a long time coming, been working on this for a while, so I really do appreciate you guys kind of watching on all the way to the end. It does mean a lot. Most of what I do is kind of like voice acting content, so if that's your kind of thing, feel free to check out the rest of the channel. If not, it's no skin off my back. However, making this kind of video was actually really fun, the research and everything that went into it. So if you are interested in more video essays, feel free to drop any suggestions into the comments. I already have some whirling in my little brain. Yeah, hoping to make some more of those soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a lovely day.